San Fernando Valley woman will spend 20 years in prison after a fraud conviction.
The Department of Justice says the woman and her co-conspirators targeted the elderly and vulnerable in the community.
And KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers is here. He's got details of a disturbing case.
Yeah, Pat and Juan, I got to tell you, there is a lot of stuff that comes across the desk, and this is not something that I've really ever seen before. And it all starts with this woman and her co-conspirators who would allegedly, there's the photo of the woman provided by the Department of Justice here, they say would target elderly and disabled and vulnerable people in the community. And what their goal here to do was to basically fraud them out of either their will, their house, whatever they could get their hands on, and make financial gain out of it. They did it to one man who was alive, and they did that and ultimately sold his house out from under him while he was living in it. Then in 2020, they say they were looking for properties that they could do this to. They would target unkempt properties, properties that looked like they needed maintenance and maybe had somebody in there who couldn't take care of them. They stumbled upon this home in Sherman Oaks. Now they say, the DOJ says, the woman and the group broke into the home, and when she got in there, they found that the homeowner was actually already dead inside of the home. The DOJ says instead of reporting the death, they then began to figure out what kind of financial gains they could make off of that home. When people started getting suspicious and wondering where the homeowner was, they called police. Police showed up to the home and she said, no, I'm a friend of the family. He actually moved to Carpinteria. The DOJ says that was all false. And then to cover their tracks, according to the Department of Justice, they then tried to dispose of the body in chemicals at her West Los Angeles apartment. When that didn't work, the DOJ says the body was dismembered, put into bags, and dumped into the San Francisco Bay. After all of that, they finally caught on to this. They served a search warrant at her home, and I want to show you a couple things that they found which were concerning. Phony badges from federal governments, DEA, special enforcement agent badges here. They also found a badge from a detective in Beverly Hills, all of which were fake, according to the DOJ, and this cache of weapons also inside of the home here. Now, the DOJ says they don't know how that man actually died because they've never been able to recover his body out of the San Francisco Bay. This woman will spend 20 years in prison for her role in the alleged federal fraud charges. She could face additional local charges for the dismemberment of that body and transporting it to San Francisco. Guys?
What a case.
Yeah. Indeed. Disturbing is just a mild word to describe this.